Welcome to Themed Quotes. Please subscribe if you enjoyed and don't forget, life itself is a quotation. Don't be distracted by criticism. Remember, the only taste of success some people have is when they take a bite out of you. When criticized, consider the source. If we judge ourselves only by our aspirations and everyone else only by their conduct, we shall soon reach a very false conclusion. The final proof of greatness lies in being able to endure criticism without resentment. Never fear the haters. You can't reach your potential without them. We need very strong ears to hear ourselves judged frankly, and because there are few who can endure frank criticism without being stung by it, those who venture to criticize us perform a remarkable act of friendship, for to undertake to wound or offend a man for his own good is to have a healthy love for him. When we speak evil of others, we generally condemn ourselves. He who throws dirt always loses ground. You're never as good as everyone tells you when you win, and you're never as bad as they say when you lose. The dread of criticism is the death of genius. He has a right to criticize who has a heart to help. The trouble with most of us is that we would rather be ruined by praise than saved by criticism. You can't let praise or criticism get to you. It's a weakness to get caught up in either one. Flatter me, and I may not believe you. Criticize me, and I may not like you. Ignore me, and I may not forgive you. Encourage me, and I will not forget you. Love me, and I may be forced to love you. Criticism is something we can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. A creative life cannot be sustained by approval any more than it can be destroyed by criticism. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. The ambitious are criticized by those that have given up. The individual must not merely wait and criticize, he must defend the cause the best he can. The fate of the world will be such as the world deserves. Whatever you do, you need courage. Whatever course you decide upon, there is always someone to tell you that you are wrong. There are always difficulties arising that tempt you to believe your critics are right. If we had no faults, we should not take so much pleasure in noting those of others. Don't criticize what you don't understand, son. You never walked in that man's shoes. Boredom, after all, is a form of criticism. Every human being is entitled to courtesy and consideration. Constructive criticism is not only to be expected but sought. If we are bold enough to point out problems, we must be brave enough to try to solve them. If you have no will to change it, you have no right to criticize it. One of the criteria for national leadership should therefore be a talent for understanding, encouraging, and making constructive use of vigorous criticism. Blame is safer than praise. Don't let compliments get to your head, and don't let criticism get to your heart. Criticism is a privilege that you earn. It shouldn't be your opening move in an interaction. Think before you speak is criticism's motto. Speak before you think, Creations. Analyses of others are actually expressions of our own needs and values. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. You'll be damned if you do, and damned if you don't. Criticism, like rain, should be gentle enough to nourish a man's growth without destroying his roots. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something sometime in your life. If your heart acquires strength, you will be able to remove blemishes from others without thinking evil of them. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. One mustn't criticize other people on grounds where he can't stand perpendicular himself. My opinions and principles are subjects of just criticism. Critics sometimes appear to be addressing themselves to works other than those I remember writing. If someone criticizes you, give them a compliment. Criticism's easily avoided by saying, doing and being nothing. I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain and I am quite free. How much easier it is to be critical than to be correct. It is usually best to be generous with praise and cautious with criticism. Don't criticize what you can't understand. Any fool can criticize, complain, and condemn, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. But instead of spending our lives running towards our dreams, we are often running away from a fear of failure or a fear of criticism. Tell me in the comments what your favorite quote is. Feel free to let me know which theme you want me to address. See you soon.